Y'all, this video might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I highly encourage you to stick around to the end because I have a lot to say about it, and so does a lot of other YouTubers in the community space. Now, Jake Doolittle, for those of you who don't know, he did have a history with Ethan Klein, and we're going to be getting into that very shortly, but he is another commentary channel here on YouTube, and he calls out a handful of people for problematic behavior, but him himself, he has had his fair share of problematic behavior. Now, he has lupus, and he has a charity called Never Stop, and basically what it is he helps people with chronic illnesses, and he does have funds for that he sends out to people via PayPal just to help them with either surgeries or recovery periods, just so they have some financial support. Now, the problem with Jake Doolittle, he recently uploaded a video basically calling out YouTubers for not donating to his charity, and then he threatened to pretty much blackmail them into donating by saying if they don't donate within a month, he's going to end up calling out everybody who did not donate to his charity. When I first seen this video, I did want to react to it, but unfortunately, the video was taken down from YouTube before I was able to even clip it and react. Now, in this video, thank God it was re-uploaded by other people who ended up screen recording it to do the same thing we're doing here today to damn talk about it. Now, he said a lot of very tone-deaf things in his video, and I feel like just as somebody who has a charity who wants to get donations for it, he should handle it in a more professional way, because at the end of the day, him saying he's going to call out everybody for not donating to his charity is just going to scare people away who want to donate. Could y'all imagine if the Red Cross would come forward and call out billionaires who did not donate to the organization? That would make them look terrible, and it's just not a thing to do if you have a nonprofit. You don't call out the people who don't donate to the organization, because eventually it will grow and you will have enough funds to help more people. I just feel like at the end of the day, with this being a smaller charity organization, he's doing more harm than good for it. But we're going to be diving right into the video. Before we do officially dive into the video, I just want to quickly say I feel like this is very important to bring up. He has been sending strikes to other people who bring up this video and talk about it and play the clips from it in an attempt to silence people from continuing to speak about the situation and how bad that he truly played his cards in it. So with that being said, Jake Doolittle, do not come for me or my channel. It is fair use. Okay, let's get into it.
There has been no YouTuber who has ever inquired or donated any money to Never Stop. I've actually even sent merchandise to creators to try to get them to talk about Never Stop, and it only worked with one, and that person wasn't even a YouTuber. It was a singer. This video, I'm not going to name names, but I would like you to know that I am going to name names at some point, possibly next month or so.
How entitled do you have to be? And that is incredibly tone deaf. You want people to donate to your charity, but at the same time, if you don't donate, within a month's time of basically blackmailing YouTubers into donating to your charity, you're going to call them out and drop names after saying you're not dropping names. Y'all, I don't know if y'all have been around this long or if you even remember this, but a tree fell on my house a good while back now, and I genuinely got online and I was like, I don't know what to do. If anybody would like to help, that would be great. And I had a lot of people in my subscriber and just community who stepped up and helped me and sent me funds towards, just living expenses until my house was fixed. Could y'all imagine if I would say, hey, I really appreciate everybody who donated, but there's a lot of people who did not donate to me, and I don't want to drop names of the people who didn't send me money, but next month I will. Are you kidding me? Like, I'm sorry your charity isn't thriving, but you are not entitled to anybody's money. I didn't finish watching the video that Jake Doolittle had posted actually talking about the fact that he's going to drop names of people who did not donate to his charity, who are YouTubers, but I will say he probably ended the video with something like this. Everybody subscribe and turn on those post notifications so you can be notified when I dropped everybody on my op list. Like, what? Also, just a thought that I'm having is uploading a video like this where you're saying there's a lot of big YouTubers who are bringing in a lot of money monthly and they're getting good sponsorships. And even with all this money that those YouTubers are bringing in that they worked their asses off for, they aren't donating to my charity. Therefore, kind of guilt tripping the audience into feeling like they need to donate to make up for what these large channels are not doing. It's the entitlement for me. And just because your channel isn't bringing in a large amount of revenue like other channels are bringing in does not mean you're entitled to anybody else's money just because simply your channel's lacking. Now, somebody actually commented on this video and said, I don't have much, but I had some spare change that would have just gone to snacks or tape, so I sent a small donation. Keep going, man. Now, again, I'm sorry your charity's not doing well, and I'm glad that you do have a charity to help people with chronic illnesses, but at the same time, you are not entitled to anybody's money, especially people who are scraping to get by themselves. Now, somebody else had commented and said, this is effing yucky. Donate to my charity or else. Like, does he understand that most people wouldn't be enticed by? We help one person per month right now, and they don't have a long history of running and navigating the challenges that come from these organizations. Now, speaking for myself as a small channel who decided to start picking one subscriber a month to help, it sucks that you can't help more people, but it does feel good that you're able to help anybody at all, and you should not be complaining about it. And you especially should not be trying to guilt trip anybody, whether it's a YouTuber or a viewer, or even people under your own community in your subscriptions, to guilt trip them into feeling like they need to donate to further your cause. Could y'all imagine if I would say, hey, I just helped a subscriber with pet supplies, but you guys effing suck because nobody's donating to me or sending me super chats, so I can't help more people. Are you kidding me? You and I, nobody is entitled to anybody else's hard-earned money. We're not. Now, this is sad. Somebody else had commented and said, once I pay off my debt, I'm going to start donating to Never Stop. It's a large part of my motivation to pay off my debt because it's... So, now, Jake, you are grifting off of your own subscribers who are struggling to get by themselves and are sending you their snack money and trying to pay off their student debt just to start donating to your charity. You should feel ashamed of yourself and send that man his snack money back.
I would like you to know that I am going to name names at some point, possibly next month or so, if my following up with these people amounts to nothing and I keep getting ghosted. A lot of these YouTubers love talking about holding people accountable for their wrongdoings and all that kind of shit. But when I try to say, hey, if you have any extra money, we are giving $500 a month. I know that you just put on your close friend story that you're making 15 grand off this brand deal. Hey, I would love the help. My views are down, but you're getting, I don't know, 50,000 subs a month. What are we doing here? I don't think there has been a creator that I've worked with that I haven't told about Never Stop. The only person that has been willing to work with me is a beautiful soul who is a artist.
Now, this is gross to me that he's trying to pull the YouTubers who make videos, trying to hold people accountable card to, and in the same breath and sentence saying YouTubers aren't giving me money for my charity. Really? Like, really, Jake, are we doing this? Also, another ick that I'm having is he basically said, y'all, he sent out boxes of merchandise from Never Stop out to different YouTubers without disclosing the fact that he wants them to either talk about the charity or even donate to it. I mean, if you're going to send out a merchandise box without disclosing what you want to happen with that box, you might as well send out a mobility cane because they're blind to what you want them to do. Also, just, I promise you we're going to get right back into the video with what he's saying. I just don't want to lose my thoughts with this, and I have so many, like I feel like my brain is hemorrhaging. I have so many thoughts about this. There are ways to promote your organization or your charity without trying to blackmail people into donating. I'm sorry, but you're a YouTuber with like, what, 300,000 subscribers? If you would call a news station and be like, hey, I'm a YouTuber and this is my charity and da-da-da-da, I'm helping people with chronic illnesses, could you just briefly bring it up, or could you briefly do, you know, like, there's things that you can do that does not involve you feeling like you're entitled to people's hard-earned money. Also, you get brand deals yourself. If you really want money to put back to your charity, why don't you just keep the revenue you make from the videos itself and donate all the money that you make from the sponsorships and brand deals to your charity? Just because there's another YouTuber out there who got a brand deal or a sponsorship and brought in $15,000, good on them, and they are not entitled to send you not even a penny of it because they worked for it. And if they want to donate to a charity, I'm sure that they will, but it might not be your charity now that you made a video basically saying you're gonna blackmail people and drop names of everybody who didn't donate. And to be honest, I myself thought about donating to the Never Stop charity. And this was a couple videos ago whenever he had a $1,000 goal set and he had only made it to, I think it was like 171 or something. And I was like, I would love to donate even if I only had 50 bucks laying around. I would love to donate it to his charity just to help him kind of get closer to that goal. But to be honest, ever since he dropped this video talking about how he's going to call out everybody who did not donate to his charity, I don't think I'd ever donate to him now. And I'm going to find another organization who helps people with chronic illnesses, because this rubbed me the wrong way.
To tell me why US senators and representatives are more likely to work with me than other influencers in the commentary space who I have talked to within the last 6 months. How come other nonprofits that are doing between $10 and $30 million a year in donations are willing to talk to me, but these fucking YouTubers cannot give $500 in a one-time payment out of their, I don't know, 50 grand that they're making a month?
Jake Doolittle's out here doing too little for his nonprofit organization because he's just driving it down, further and further down with the comments that he's making right now. Bro is literally out here nonprofit maxing, like, what? Also, he's complaining about the fact that YouTubers are not donating and helping his charity, but also bringing up and bragging a little bit about the fact that he has legislators who are more than likely willing to work with him and tens of millions of dollars other charities who are willing to work with him. Shouldn't that make you feel better than if a YouTuber was to support you? I would feel better if somebody in legislator had my back with my charity versus if a YouTuber did. But, you know, that's just me.
Because I'm petty and because this isn't about supporting me, it's about supporting people who need the support. I'll give a bunch of examples about how YouTubers have ghosted me and not wanted to help with Never Stop.
The fact that he said I'm going to give some examples of YouTubers who pretty much ghosted me and didn't want to help support my charity, and then gave this smile, yeah. This right here, as if we didn't hear what we needed to hear already, this smile, it says it all.
I'm not doing this because I think that it's going to light a fire under influencers to donate to Never Stop, because it's not going to happen. This video is not going to do anything. But I want there to be some kind of mutual understanding between you and I, the audience, that there's no support here. I have a bunch of people who follow me and have unfollowed me, who have had multiple opportunities to change the lives of people.
You know, after all your subscribers and community members who donated to your charity just to help you help somebody else, this was probably such a smack in the face to hear. You coming online and saying that you wanted to make a video to shed light on how your charity gets no support. You're getting support from community members. Somebody literally donated you their snack and tape money to help support your charity. By making this video, you're literally spitting in the face of everybody who donated to help support you. But y'all, this situation, it keeps getting worse because he ended up, as I said, the video was taken down. He deleted the video. He was sending strikes out to different channels who were reacting to it and talking about it, trying to get it taken down so it wouldn't be surfaced again. And I think in his mind, with his intent of doing so, it's probably to get people to just hush about it, and hopefully it'll be water under the bridge at some point. And I'm sorry, but I think it's such an ick of mine when creators do this. Instead of taking accountability for the fact that you were ignorant to a situation or maybe got information wrong, you're trying to silence people. This is some Onision shit. Like, Onision would send copyright strikes to different creators just so that they couldn't talk badly of him. Just take accountability. But he got a lot of backlash for this situation, y'all, and I do want to read something very quickly from Reddit, but he did make a response video from this, and he did say, hey, I'm in the hospital, you guys need to leave me the hell alone, because I'm getting a lot of backlash for this, but guys, I'm sick, I'm in the hospital, so let's just not talk about it no more. And that's just not the way it works, okay? But let's read this really quickly from Reddit before we dive into the response. Now, this is over on the subreddit on Reddit, the YouTube drama section, and it says, this has to be the most tone-deaf video I've seen in a while. Jake Doolittle threatens to call out creators for not giving money to his charity. Then there's an update under here claiming that the video was taken down. Now, this subreddit says 15 minutes of Jake Doolittle whining and feeling entitled to people's money, using his charity as a cover. He acts like anyone who takes sponsorships or posts about how much money they make owe him something because of a charity. A bunch of comments are from viewers essentially self congratulating themselves for not being able to give to him. Also, I could be very wrong, but I remember some suspicion being brought about the charity during his beef with Ethan. Just wow, like anyone who feels entitled to anyone's money or to judge anyone's financial decisions in this day and age is absolutely out of touch. He's gotten so much more bitter since the Ethan situation, and I can't be the only one who sees that. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with what happened with Ethan Klein and Jake Doolittle, Ethan had a live stream where he was basically talking about his medical diagnosis, saying he thinks he has lupus and the doctors are working hard to diagnose him. Jake Doolittle thought it would be a bright idea to respond to that clip during Ethan's live stream where he was basically going over on the internet about lupus and the consistencies of having it, and he said basically that Ethan Klein was faking his diagnosis with lupus and using the internet to pretty much self-diagnose and get people to feel bad for him. And this was such a shitty thing to say because Jake himself has lupus and he has that charity for people with chronic illnesses. Could you imagine seeing somebody who themselves have lupus and also a charity that helps people with chronic illnesses talking badly and shaming somebody else for trying to figure out their diagnosis, especially if it is a chronic illness? Yeah, but anyway, like I said, there's more to this.
Did I have backlash? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I, you know, you shouldn't feel the need to delete videos that are important to you. Yeah, but usually the videos that are important to me, like, don't get, it's like a bad take usually. Like people don't like it.
Woe is me, right? Just woe is me. Now, the thing about it is, as somebody, I can speak for this, okay, because I'm a content watcher, I'm a shitty content creator, but I'm here, okay, I'm in the content creation space, and I used to pump out daily uploads like a motherfucker, okay? That's all I did was daily uploads. And I had come across with some bad takes before. I've made videos that I've taken down because I either later changed my mind about the subject or uploaded a video and realized, hey, I could have done a lot better with it. And Jadeness, girl, hey, how you doing? If you're watching this video, go ahead and clock me in the comments section on this. I recently uploaded a video about Johnny Gilbert, and I did take things out of context. And to be honest, I painted him out to be a pretty bad guy, and that was not my intention, but that's the way it did come across, and that's just the way that it was, and I take accountability for that. I should have done a lot better when it came down to making that video. I'm not even going to sit here and say, oh, I was reading what the internet said, this, that, and the third, because at the end of the day, it was up to me to give my opinion, and I butchered it, okay? I did terrible with that video, and when I rewatched it back, y'all, just in case you don't know, I don't rewatch my videos, so I'll sit here, do the audio clips, and I'll upload it as is, and just hope it's how I want it to be. But there are moments, y'all, and that Johnny Gilbert video is probably the prime example of you make mistakes. All you have to do is own up to it, take that accountability, and just do better moving forward. And Jake is acting like this is the first problematic thing he's ever done, and again, it's the internet. You're gonna have unpopular takes and opinions and videos that don't go over well, but it is what it is. Just take accountability for it if you did something wrong or said something wrong, and he's lacking to do so. Now, let's reference back to what I talked about earlier about Jake Doolittle pretty much accusing Ethan, well, he didn't pretty much do it, he did flat out accuse Ethan Klein from H3 Productions of faking his illness. He faked having lupus, and he did it all for views and clout and attention, and he got called out for it, okay, after he made that video. Ethan did clock him with another video in response to what Jake Doolittle had said, and then Jake moved on to take down that video that he made of H3 Productions and then issued an apology video. So that video was 11 months ago. This video here was from 1 year ago, and this is basically this beef that he had with another creator named Orange Peanut. But why am I bringing this up? Just to use as an example that Jake Doolittle is kind of making it look out to be like, this is just a bad take and people took it the wrong way. You, sir, have gotten into 6 to 7 major drama and controversial shit just within this last year time span. That has to be a Guinness World Record.
My 10th and 11th knee surgery. H3 is being a little bitch again. That's good. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I completely understand people making videos about it, but like, I don't know. I am very This is just going to be, did I blackmail my friends? I didn't think so.
So you didn't flat out say you was going to blackmail somebody, but can we just briefly take a look at the Google definition of what blackmail means? It is the action of demanding payment or another benefit from someone in return for not revealing compromising or damaging information on them. Close my laptop there because she did her job, but you in your video said and called out a lot of YouTubers without dropping names for not donating to your charity after you sent them basically fucking merch care packages for to get them to talk about your charity without disclosing that that's what the care packages were fucking for. And then you said if people don't start donating or responding to me in a month's time, I'm gonna make a video dropping names. Jake, that seems a little bit blackmail-y to me.
No, I feel like I need to take December's off. I haven't been able to record anything for like the last 5 days because I've been on the phone with insurance and doctors. Um, we did get a lot of donations in support of Neverstop, which was great. But I'm gonna have this charge paper, which I guess will be good. Um, but ooh, maybe this will help. I can't. The worst part is I can't take a break. Like I financially can't take a break because shit like this happens all the fucking time.
Y'all, please ignore the noise in the background because I have leaves all over my yard and I have somebody out there who's actually leaf blowing them for me. So yeah, but anyway, Jake Doolittle. I understand he has lupus and you can't control when your disease decides to tell your body, hey, start feeling like shit. Let's put you out of work for a while. He can't control how his body feels and how the disease affects him, but I will say, when he had that drama with H3 Productions, he ended up going to the hospital shortly after. It wasn't caused from H3, it wasn't like no stress related thing, but his lupus did flare up, and he had to go to the hospital for a period of time, and that put him out of work. But then whenever he was getting all this backlash from that video that he made about Ethan, he made a video saying like, hey, I'm in the hospital. I would appreciate it if everybody would just shut up about it. And now that he's having another time where he has to respond to people, he's like, hey, I'm in the hospital and I'm not doing good. And now he's sitting here talking about his finances on how he can't take a break because he's not financially stable enough to take a break. And I do feel for him. It's terrible. But at the same time, you're complaining that YouTubers haven't donated to your charity so you can help other people, which, again, that's a beautiful thing that you're able to have this charity and you're able to help people. But at the same time, you're sitting here complaining how you're struggling financially and you can't take a break. And I don't know if you're doing this to like get people to feel bad for you, but I do understand not being financially stable. I myself could do better. But at the same time, it's just, I don't even know how I feel about this. If I'm being honest, and please nobody take this the wrong way, because I'm not trying to come from like a hateful or negative place with this. I'm just trying to say what I'm thinking. And again, this is another daily upload, so if I get it wrong, don't come for me. Which, if I do something wrong, y'all need to clock me for it, go for it. But just hear me out before you say I'm just being hateful. He recently uploaded a video saying he's getting married. And he's had controversy after controversy this year, and it did tank his channel views. And let's take a quick look at Social Blade. I mean, you're doing good. You're doing great, sweetie, as Kris Jenner would say. But your monthly earnings are from $470 to $7.5 thousand, and this is monthly. And this is your only job. And I understand you have lupus, so it's not like you can get out there and just like work normal jobs because your health could tank. But can we just talk about this real quick? Let's look at Selena Gomez because, and I'm not trying to bring her up. I know this isn't like a fair comparison because she has a shit ton of money put back from the films and everything that she's done, music especially. So she's able to take a break when she needs to, but even during flare-ups, she had to go to work. She had to do this, that, and the third, and I don't know, again, this is a bad comparison. Like, I understand you don't want to go out there and get a job in the real world and workforce. You don't want to go to McDonald's or something, but hear me out. You can get a job from home. You can do data entry from home, and it pays fairly decent. My point is, you're getting married. You've been in 6 to 7 major controversies and dramas this year. And now your views are tanking from it, and you're also saying here that you're struggling yourself financially and also bitching about people who did not donate to your charity so you can help other people. It's a great thing wanting to help other people, but you should take a step back and try to take care of yourself first and just let that charity slip for just a little bit. You can't take care of other people if you're not taking care of yourself first, and you should make that a priority.
Yeah, and you know what sucks is, like, every single time that, like, there's a health thing going on, I'll post, like, a random thing, and then that's what will get me in trouble, you know?
Dang, y'all, people really will say the darndest things to get out of controversy, and I beg my finest pardon, but you did make this video here titled Tyler Oliveira is using disabled people, and he brought up and teased the fact that this video that we are now talking about that got him all this backlash of coming after and trying to blackmail other YouTubers for not donating to his charity. He teased that this video would happen weeks ago, and now it's here, and he got backlash for it, and now he's trying to use the excuse of, well, I'm not doing well financially, I got sick, and I just made a random upload just to help rake in a little bit more revenue for myself, and it backfired. So now I'm going to lose more subscribers and more viewers, and it's just going to tank my revenue even further. Why not just make a video saying, hey, I'm sick, I'm not doing great, and I just don't feel well enough to upload, and instead of doing a lazy slop video or even doing something controversial because it's not something I had planned, allegedly, because again, this was something he teased weeks ago. Why not make a video saying, hey y'all, I'm not feeling great, y'all understand what I'm going through with the lupus situation. Feel free to check out my other content because I get paid for watch time. So feel free to check out my other videos in the meantime to help support me as a creator until I can feel better and get back on my feet. That would have been a much, much more, in my opinion, appropriate thing to do.
In regards to my nonprofit, I have never taken money out of that nonprofit to pay myself ever. It has only gone out to people in need. If people like Tyler, who are making well over 6 figures a month, took any amount of time to look into resources and ways to help people who are living and not look into these fucking weird conspiracy theories, they would live much happier lives, but that's not what gets them views. I'm gonna make a later video about this, but no influencer has ever donated to Never Stop, ever. These are people who are doing 10 to 20K brand deals who cannot give the $500 that it would cost to help somebody for a month. Let that sink in. All of your faves. Nobody has ever fucking donated. You ain't nothing but a broke boy.
I'm just saying, if I was doing well off with YouTube and I was making 7 to 10,000 a month, just the audacity and attitude that you're having coming into the conversation of YouTubers not donating to your charity would make me not donate to it, just simply because you feel entitled to the money I or other creators earn. It doesn't work that way. If you would have simply sent out or even reached out to people and said, hey, I have a charity organization, I'm a content creator just like you, and if I would send you merch, would you simply wear it in a video and shout out my charity, or would you want to donate to my charity to help it's a good cause. It really is a good cause, and people would back you with it, Jake, if you did not come in with this attitude and entitlement. You can't tease the fact that you're going to name drop creators who haven't donated to your organization and try to scare them into donating. It's just going to create more backlash and friction between you and your relationships with other content creators.
The phone down, I can't. I literally have to upload something and record some bullshit video that I don't care about. Womp womp. Little bro, get on Fortnite. I'm trying to get disability approval because I just can't. It's it's I'm trying to just take everything out. You try to emotionally manipulate your fellow creators to not donating to your charity live and make the video in public. Um, so I mean, that's not what I was trying to do. Nobody really like the people who I was talking about aren't subscribed to the channel. So I was kind of like, you're allowed to rant on your channel. I honestly feel like I'm not.
Oh, Jake. Jake Doolittle. Jake Doolittle's doing a little too much right now, isn't he, y'all? Jake, you're allowed to have your own unpopular opinions and unpopular takes on the situation. You're allowed to rant. You're allowed to be pissed off about situations and talk about it and give your 2 cents on it. Whatever content you want to make, whatever content floats your little raft at the end of the day, let it float your little raft across the stream. But you can't make a video talking about and having the audacity to drag content creators in your same space for not donating to your charity. You can't make a video blackmailing people, saying if you don't donate to my charity within the next month, I'm gonna drop your name. It don't work that way. You're not entitled to anybody's money or time or anything. And the fact that you feel like you are, it's the entitlement for me. It's the lack of accountability for me. It's a little bit of everything for me. But I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And if you stuck around this far in the video, drop the money emoji because Jake feels like he's entitled to it. But again, with that being said, y'all, I really do hope you enjoyed this video. I probably ranted my ass off, but it really irked me because I, like I said earlier in the video, was somebody who, when I seen he had I think it was $1,000 goal and he only had like $171 towards his goal, I was like, you know what? Okay, girl, like, if we have the extra funds, we should donate a couple bucks to him just to help him hit that goal, because it does go to a good cause. It helps people with chronic illnesses. But after hearing this video of him ranting about content creators, saying that he's gonna blackmail and drop names, God forbid if I was a larger content creator with like 1 million subscribers or something, and God forbid if I'm not subscribed to his channel, he's gonna call me out for not donating to his charity, which he's not entitled for me, and I don't owe him anything to donate to his charity. I don't know, y'all, this whole situation just completely rubbed me the wrong way, but just let me know your thoughts and opinions about it in the comment section down below, and I will catch y'all in the next damn video. Thank you for watching.